In this video, we're going on a tour of one of the top neighborhoods here in Phoenix Metro, Desert Ridge. Now, during the tour, Greg and I will give you 5 reasons why you should add Desert Ridge to your list of possible destinations here in Phoenix Metro. And we may even give you a couple of reasons why not. It's Chip with Arizona Insider right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if this is your first time to the channel and you're wanting to find out everything you need to know about living in or moving to the Phoenix metro area, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, we're absolutely loving helping people find the best places and neighborhoods to live right here in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you're considering a visit or now a move to Phoenix Metro, shoot us a call, shoot us a text. We got your back when it comes to living in Phoenix, Arizona.
Here in Phoenix, we're cruising around. We want to give kind of a top 5 list of why people, number one, are choosing to live in Desert Ridge and why you guys might consider it on your end. And with that, I think it makes sense to give you a tour around as well. So what are some areas that you think that we might want to show while we're taking a little cruise around Desert Ridge?
Yeah, so some of the master plan communities up here in Desert Ridge, like Sky Crossing, I think we need to take you through there, give you an idea what that neighborhood's like, and then absolutely take you through the major entertainment district, Desert Ridge, which is all the nightlife, all the retail, and all the restaurants, all kind of clustered right together.
Yeah.
Which is where everyone goes.
The staple of the neighborhood.
Yes.
We got High Street. You can go check out that.
Yeah.
Obviously hit up a couple of the neighborhoods. There's a lot of different neighborhoods within the area. So we'll take you through a couple. All right, so number 1 on our list, reasons that I think would be important for people to know would be location. So when it comes to Desert Ridge, I mean, you're in a prime spot. You're kind of right at the top of the 101, right next to the 51 freeway. You've got easy access with the 51 into downtown Phoenix, a lot of other areas of Phoenix. With the 101, it takes you right into Scottsdale. It kind of feels like Scottsdale right here anyway, Chip. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you're a stone's throw from North Scottsdale too, so you're, what, 2-3 miles until you hit Scottsdale from here, and then Desert Ridge is one of the very northern parts of Phoenix. So, I mean, you, like Greg was saying, the access to the freeways, you can really get anywhere in a very quick amount of time. And literally with the main communities of Desert Ridge, all within a couple miles of the 101. So you're really close to major freeway access.
Yeah, so from a ease of use, hopping on anywhere you got to get to in town. I know a lot of people are now still working remotely, working from home, so you got a lot of good options when you are close to home here. But if you have to go anywhere, you're definitely in a good spot over here.
Yeah.
All right, number 2 on our list of items that you definitely want to consider when thinking about Desert Ridge is the entertainment options, things to do. It's huge. We're actually right now, we're driving through the JW Marriott because it's one of my favorite spots.
Yeah.
I think you've spent some time here as well.
Spent some time here.
This is one of the best spots for sure. We could spend a little bit of time on it. Brief synopsis on some of the fun you've had here.
Yeah, so JW Marriott, I've had many a meal in some of their restaurants within the hotel. Really good dining, really good food. And then there's 2 18-hole championship golf courses that are around the hotel. Played those, they're in perfect condition, and this time of the year you're gonna pay those higher greens fees, probably closer to $200 to play the course up here, but it's immaculate, you guys. So,
worth the money?
I mean, I'm a budget golfer, but yes, if you're,
hopefully you can find a friend who can give you a discount.
Yes, exactly. And then right across the street you have the High Street Entertainment District, which is pretty awesome, newer development.
Yeah, we'll drive through there real quick and give you guys a little footage of this. This was built up probably like originally during like the last boom, like in the late 2000s.
Yep.
And then everything kind of crashed. There had so much that was planned for this area. It's going to start again. We'll talk about that later on. But
it's a lot of mixed use, right?
Yeah, you got a little office space. You got some restaurants still hanging out. But it's a cool spot. It's a cool spot. There's so much when it comes to entertainment. We'll continue this conversation, but let's show you a few shots of this. So when we're talking entertainment here in Desert Ridge, the first thing you have to talk about is the district at Desert Ridge. Right behind us, so much going on here between shopping, dining, entertainment. What do you think about mostly when it comes to the district here?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to list all that's in here, and we'll put the drone up for you. I mean, all your major retails in here, and endless amounts of restaurants to eat from your local family-owned spots to a lot of your good franchises, from the Yard House to Sandbar to the Keg. I mean, the list goes on. Yeah. My wife and I spend a lot of time up here. It's one of our favorite places to go.
If you live here, you're going to be spending a lot of time here, so you might as well get a little peek of it to understand how big it is and everything that's going on.
Yeah, And I think when like us locals think of Desert Ridge, I think we all default to thinking of this shopping district as Desert Ridge. So it's a great place, and you have high streets just on the other side of it,
right next to you.
So you just can't go wrong with this area.
I will say this. We're in the middle of December. Typically, this place would be completely packed right around this time.
It's Friday at 1 o'clock.
And it's busy. It's busy, but not as busy as usual. But
some of the side effects of the
2020.
2020
it is. All right, so number 3 on our list would be the neighborhoods and homes. And there's a pretty good amount of diversity in here. I'd say most of the community, the original development in Desert Ridge was kind of started in the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of great communities there. We're currently cruising through Sky Crossing, which is a newer community. Really nice. What are you seeing so far, Chip, that you like, dislike?
Yeah, I love the way the houses look. They're definitely, and you'll see as we drive through, but definitely a different style of home in this subdivision. But one thing that I would not be a big fan of is the lots seem like they're smaller lots. So the houses are pretty tight, smaller backyards, but real nice new custom homes.
Yeah, if you're looking for new and kind of the nice floor plans, you'll find it here. If you're looking for a lot of space, maybe a little bit more challenging, but a lot of pride in what people are doing. And it looks like a brand new school probably right over here. And
it looks like although the lots are probably smaller, it looks like the area is definitely making up for it with parks and communal areas to go out, big grass areas. So
I think that's pretty common within Desert Ridge. There's a lot of community parks, so they make it really very friendly. There are a lot of HOAs, so you're going to have that, but at least they're going to have amenities that kind of make sense for people, you and your family, to enjoy. One other thing that I really like about the neighborhoods up here, there's a good amount of diversity. You got a little bit of older homes, some newer. You've got condos, you've got townhomes, you've got gated neighborhoods. You've got a little bit of everything that you could want. It just seems like everything's super well kept too. So have you kind of been through any of the older neighborhoods, the ones that kind of were in like the 90s, 2000s?
Yeah, so there's Tatum Ranch or Tatum Village, which is it's about 5 miles north of Desert Ridge, but it's a really nice gated community, nice neighborhood that was built in the late 90s. The lots, you have a little bit more space with your house up there in like Tatum Ranch, Tatum Village, but same thing, like a lot of communal space and ranch style, desert style track homes.
Yeah. One other thing to note that I think is important, especially as we're driving out of Sky Crossing, and something that I think is an important addition when we're talking about the neighborhoods, is this Reach 11 sports complex that is absolutely huge right off of Deer Valley here. Something for families, kids, anything you could need as far as a huge park. You got, I'll let you talk about what did you see field-wise there? That's pretty huge.
Huge park, really nice new soccer field, softball, baseball fields, and I was telling Greg, it's cool. You don't, at least in a lot of Metro Phoenix, you don't see a lot of big sports complexes like that are through the city of Phoenix or through the local city. Typically, they're privately owned. So really nice new complex that is almost exclusive to the Desert Ridge area.
Yeah, kind of a bummer right now. It's closed off. We got some drone footage of it, but because of everything going on with COVID right now, they pretty much have it closed down. Well, not any use right now, but when that thing's open, that thing is super busy. Driven by that thing a couple times. A lot of people are getting a lot of fun out of it. Hopefully hopefully by next year, mid next year, people will be out on the field again. All right, number 4 on our list, which is very important for a lot of people, so we wanted to include it, and that is the schools. When you start looking around, especially when you're doing your research online, if you're trying to figure out how schools are rated, what things are looking like, proximity to schools, I think this entire Desert Ridge area has a lot to offer. What do you know about up here, like schools, that type of thing?
I mean, just the school district in general, so the Paradise Valley Unified School District, as it relates to other ones in the valley, is one of your better rated school districts. And one of the school districts is unified, so the district serves K through 12. Whereas other districts some are just elementary districts, some are just high school districts. So it's all rolled up in one.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of A-rated schools within the PV Unified School District. So really good schools in the area. And then there's a lot of new schools being built in here. So
as we're driving around, we can see a lot of new construction, new schools coming up.
Yeah.
When you go to like greatschools.org, you can see, I know like Desert Trails, Fireside, Quail Run, Wildfire, Explorer, Pinnacle High School. I'm looking at my list right now just so I don't forget anybody, but all of these are typically in the, the 8 to 10 rated out of 10 schools. So, take ratings for what they're worth. I'm definitely not a believer that the rating means everything. Some are rated lower that should be rated higher, probably a little bit vice versa, but for people that are looking for it, I think there's probably a reason why these are rated so high. All right, so reason number 5 on the list, and I think this is a big one, Chip. When we talk about it, we'll say it. So City North. So City North was a development originally planned, and actually High Street was a part of City North when it was originally planned back in 2000, I'd say 7 and 8, and then we had the market kind of die out on us. Well, obviously the market's back and City North is back. And so they're in the development stages again. Huge plans for what's going on here. It's in a perfect location. We're right at 56th Street in Deer Valley. So, lots of retail, commercial. Have you seen some of the renderings of what's going on? Or
I haven't. You're kind of bringing me up to speed on it.
We'll have to throw some in, throw some clips in, but huge amount of stuff going on. All right, so we had to come and see the entrance. So we're sitting just north of the 101 right now off of 56th Street, and we'll try to talk above the traffic. But so sitting behind us is High Street, kind of where we were touring around you guys before. And then tell us, Chip, what's going to happen here? What do we got going on?
Yeah, so it's about 96 acres that is designated for about 2,500 residential homes, and then 2 million square feet of office space.
Yeah.
And then going to be about 500 hotel rooms developed back in here, and then about 100,000 square feet of retail space going in as well. And it's kind of weird to look at. It's almost like a ghost town coming back to life.
Yeah, we'll get some renderings to you. It's gonna be a cool project. It's a perfect time for it. Lots of growth. So for anybody that's looking, I mean, number one, like when you're buying a home in here now, all this does is going to increase value later. It's going to give more job opportunities.
Yep.
It's going to give more growth. So I think it's pretty sweet.
I think and then add that to with High Street and the Desert Ridge District already in place. I think this is going to be a good place to go if you're considering a move to Phoenix Metro, and specifically right here in Blue Ridge.
All right, so we've shared our top 5 list of reasons that you guys should consider maybe making a move here to Desert Ridge. Chip, do you have anything on the negative side? We got to give some of the cons. I think it's only fair.
Yeah, I think although the homes and the area is really nice, but for your price per square foot and the cost of the home, I think is a little high than the average. But you're paying for a lot of the amenities, the nice development, all the the retail and entertainment district around it. But it's a little bit higher price, and then some might.
Your barrier to entry is a little higher here.
Exactly. And then during rush hour, this part of the 101 can get a little heavy with traffic. But depending on where you're coming from, our bad traffic is often not that bad.
That's true. That's true. I definitely think that this can be a little trafficy.
Yeah.
And even that's during this COVID time of year. But but for the most part, for other people. But when it comes to cons, I mean, those are 2 things that you got to consider when you're up here. Probably traffic is going to be a little bit crazy, and you got to think about the barrier of entry on the pricing side to be a little higher.
to Greg's point, barrier of entry, and then the lots are, they're a little bit smaller lots for that barrier of entry, but they're nicer, newer homes. So
So as we recap everything, obviously just kind of a quick little tour, a couple little bits of information to hopefully help you guys out, guide you in the right direction if you think Desert Ridge is potentially a place for you to look at. Chip, what would you recommend for anybody if they're looking at it, or if they have any questions, anything that you would throw out?
Yeah, just don't hesitate to contact us. I think I say that every time, but also put down in the comments, tell us what you liked about Desert Ridge, or maybe what you didn't like about Desert Ridge. Don't hesitate to tell us, and we're happy to provide our feedback.
Yeah, we love hearing your feedback. We love hearing where we can improve, like what we can show you if we're not showing you certain things of what you're looking for. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep shooting. We've got a lot to cover, and hopefully each time we're gonna improve a little bit more and more. So thank you guys for watching. All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one.